Good morning, everybody. Welcome to My Creative Time with Emma. And I wanted to let you know I apologize for Mr. Linky last night. Apparently, he was having issues again. I'm not sure what's going on with him, but I actually waited until 2 o'clock in the morning my time just to make sure all of the last minute entries came through. And then at 2 o'clock in the morning, I went ahead and I used the random.org. And it was really weird because actually when I did random.org, it picked number 1. And the first person who actually entered the challenge was Alma. And she was number 1. So congratulations, Miss Alma. You were the winner of this cool little Peachy Keen Teacher Says set. Now, it was really odd because when I woke up late, by the way, I went back to my blog and it didn't look like a whole, for example, last night it looked like toward the end, everybody entered in their entries 10 times or 9 times each, which was really strange. But then this morning, I'm not sure if it fixed itself or what, but I know it looked like it erased a couple of people. So I'm so happy that I did this last night before it happened this morning, because that would have been a travesty, and I wouldn't have been too happy about that. So anyways, so congratulations, Miss Alma. You are the winner of this set here. I'll be contacting you for your address. Okay, for today, I had a couple of, actually I had a few questions. So anyways, I wanted to answer their questions today. So what I'm going to do, I had one viewer, she was trying to redo a butterfly card I did a few days ago, but she's trying to do it with a bear. So we're going to do that first. I'm not sure which bear she was using, but she wants it to fit into she wants it to be 4 by 8. So and she wasn't sure on how to turn this bear around. I'm not sure which bear she's using. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and use the one from Creator Critter. And I also changed my mat size here to the 6 by 12 because that's the size of hers. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm thinking, I'm not sure if she wants it to open with the little bear, open it that way or the other way. So I'm assuming she wants it this way, long ways. So in order to turn that around, we're going to click on our Advanced tab. Click on this little button, which I call the turnaround button. This one looks like a little U-turn there. And that turns him around like that. There we go. So now what we want to do is copy him over. So use our copy feature there. Scooch him over there. And then we're going to go ahead and use our flip feature, which is this one right here. And we're going to turn him around. See, we just use that one. And then now we're going to go ahead and connect his little ears right there. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and group them both together. And then click on my Advanced tab, click on the weld, and then click on my eyeball. And there it goes right there. So I'm hoping that's what the viewer was talking about, because if you look at it, it is 4 by 8 now. So when she folds the card, it'll be it'll actually be a 4 by 4 shape. Okay, so hopefully that answers one question there. So let's go ahead and go to the next. Okay, the next one had an issue with the welding on the Gypsy Wanderings cart for the font. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to weld together the word boo. So let's put B-O-O. And I did mine in all caps. And to weld, the easiest way, you could do this one or two ways. You could go ahead and click on each one and scooch them over manually like that. Or you could just go ahead and go to your Advanced tab. Click on this top one here, the kerning, and then you use these little arrows here to move them closer. You see how they are moving closer to each other by that? You see right there? So now what we want to do is we want to get the shadow feature of that, okay? So let me go to the shadow blackout, and we're going to get the same letters, B-O-O. And we're going to do the same thing. Click on the kerning, and then this little button right here at the bottom. So now you want to make them out overlap just a little bit more than those because they're going to shadow in there. So actually, and there it goes right there. Let me zoom in for you. Okay, you see how the blue, I hope you could see that. The blue is outlining, so that is the shadow feature of the boo. Then that's how you get your shadow for the gypsy font there. Okay, so what you want to do is just go, now like I said, I switched this to a 6 by 12 and I actually forgot. Now what you want to do, same for example, if you have this here, if you are working on a 6 by 12 mat and you're like, oh man, I forgot to switch it back. If you click on your little silver circle button there, there is a feature where it says change mat size. Click on that and say for example you needed it to be 12 by 12 and there you go. It'll change it for you to a 12 by 12 mat right there. Sorry, one important tip here. Make sure they're, like for example, let's group these together. They're all blue, so they're grouped together. Click on our advance. Click on the weld feature. Then you click on the eyeball here, and then you could see it. It is welded together with the little gray on the insides. Okay, now let's zoom out of that, and we'll do the same thing to this other one here, to the top one. So same thing. Make sure it is grouped. It's all blue. Click on your advance. Click on weld and then click on your eyeball and let's zoom in, and that is also welded together. You see the gray in between, so you take off your eyeball and you are good to go. Now just because it doesn't show it gray and red right now, again, doesn't mean it's not welded. It is welded. You go ahead and cut it out and you're good to go. Okay, so that's for the second viewer, and let's go ahead and get to the last question. Okay, here goes the last question. I also had a question. Somebody wanted to know about, I guess, when the Cricut Expression had their infomercial. They showed a card with the congrats. I guess it was like going around the corner of the card. Now, I don't remember the commercial, to be honest with you, so I hope this is what the person was asking. So what I did was I went ahead and I just got a square here. Let me zoom in for you so you could see. I just used mini monograms, a simple square there. And I got my letters from the Mickey font. And what I did with each letter, like for example, they all came out straight on the page. But for each letter, what I did was I just moved them around. Like for example, hold on, let me click off there. Let's get onto the letter. Okay, you see they were all straight at first, but what I did was I just used this little feature, the little turnaround feature again, to kind of make them turn around more, put them off to the side, just so it could go around the edge of the paper. I'm not sure if that's what she was referring to, and if it's not, I apologize. I figured this probably would work. It'll give you some idea for you to get to what you are trying to do here. So you just turn each one of them around, and if you want, you could go ahead and just, you could weld them all together. So let's just get them here. And then what you could do is group them all together. So let's group them. Let's go to our basic feature, click on the grouping, and go ahead and just click on each one of them. To group them together, click on our advance, weld, and then we'll eyeball them. And they all are grouped together perfectly. So now what you could do is just go ahead and bring this up to your card. You could just go ahead and put it that way. You could put it onto your card that way, or you could bring them off to the side right there and weld them all to the side of your card. So let me zoom in for you so you could see that. You could just kind of like, let's see, weld them all to the side. So we could go ahead and just basic, we'll go to basic again, click on our grouping feature. Those are all blue, so all we have to do is click on the square. So everything's blue right there. Click on our advance, click on weld, and then we're going to click on our eyeball. And it is all welded together. So I hope that answers the last question. So anyways, everybody, I just went ahead and I did a quick little card for you just to kind of get you ready for my Halloween week-long celebration. So I made a quick little ghost card for you, and I will have a picture of that right below this post on my blog. And I will see you back here on Monday. Have a great Sunday, everybody. Bye-bye.